Part of the fun of owning or managing a retail store is getting to interact with a diverse array of people all day. From the decisive in and out shopper to the one that will tell you their life story, there are many different types of customers in retail, and it's your job to make the experience in your store great for each of them. That means that you must be able to quickly recognize the type of shopper they are and also know how to respond appropriately. Check out the following list for some identifiers and a few tips on how to appease them. Feel free to add some suggestions in the comments section if you like. So first, the researcher or showroomer. Showrooming is a newer retail trend and a growing trend among consumers. They still appreciate brick and mortar shopping, but will make the final purchase online if it's cheaper. You can typically identify these shoppers by keeping an eye out for people using price comparison apps or scanners. Similar to those crazy Black Friday deals we discussed recently, big box retailers can afford to simply match the lowest price a customer finds online. While this might be nice for consumers who are only concerned about the price, it's not a possible solution for many small and medium-sized retail stores. To handle showroomers, try to highlight the value and quality of the product or experience rather than just the price. For instance, online prices might be cheaper, but that's not accounting for delivery. Plus, delivered products may take days or weeks to arrive, whereas purchasing in-store offers immediate gratification. You might also consider highlighting tangential in-store offers like your great loyalty program or warranty policies. Just try to find ways to justify spending a little more than they would online. Employing great retail sales experts can also help you convert more sales from this type of customer. With the right approach, you can even make showrooming beneficial. Next up, the deal seeker or bargain hunter. This type of shopper is similar to showroomers, but typically more focused on saving money in general rather than on a specific product. Researchers know what type of product they want already. They would just like to see it in person prior to purchasing. Deal seekers are more open to persuasion and impulse buys too. It's not to say that deal seekers are always easy to deal with. They might be the most likely type of customer to haggle you on pricing or openly complain about how expensive a certain product is. To best handle your average bargain hunter, find ways to add perceived value to the entire experience. Point out any promotions or deals. Offering flat discounts if they spend a certain amount can also be a great tactic. If you play it right, you may even get them spending more than they ever planned on. It just depends how good you are at marketing your discounts. Third, the window shopper. Many consumers still simply enjoy shopping for shopping's sake. They may not be intending to purchase anything, but that doesn't mean you shouldn't try to push them towards making the purchase. Approach these customers with care. Don't ever come across as pushy or salesy. Greet them, mention any specials, make them feel welcome, and offer your help if they have any questions. Coming off as too concerned with making a sale might annoy or intimidate them and send them quickly packing. You might also consider making changes to the physical layout of your retail space. It's always important to play around with your in-store merchandising, including your POS marketing area, promotional displays, shelving, and product placement. Small changes can make a big difference with this type of shopper. Next, the take chargers. Know-it-alls already know what they want. They've either made their decision already or have done enough research that they are debating between 2 or 3 very similar products. Fast information and reviews online have changed modern shopping and easily allowed many consumers to become this type of customer. They often look carefully at product descriptions, sourcing, pricing, and reviews. One solution is to make your presence known well before they even step foot in your store. This can be done by improving your web presence. Keep your store up to date with accurate details on all major review sites. Publicly address negative reviews and trolls. Stay active on your social media channels. More and more consumer decisions are based on social media influences, whether you like it or not. And update your website's performance. It must be fast, but also easy to navigate and intuitive. Be sure it's optimized for mobile users too. Once this consumer is in your store, take a more passive approach to selling. Acknowledge that they have done their research and look for a way to make them feel important and cared for. They're most interested in the overall value of the product and the experience as a whole, not just the price. And don't give too much advice. Never suggest an alternative option. This might stress them out and lead them to not make the purchase at all. Often they simply seek confirmation that their hunch was the right one. Fifth is the sociable chatter. This type of shopper is great to have around. They're friendly and interested in your store, even if they may talk a little bit too much. As a retail business owner, you might have to listen to a few boring stories, but there are worse things you can be forced to deal with. If you have time, listen. Work on being an active listener. You never want them to know they're boring you. Offer them signs of affirmation and show them you care. And if you don't have time or notice other customers are waiting for your attention, find a way to politely diffuse the situation and move on. It's okay to even remind them that there are other customers waiting. It's easy for people to tell if you're reaching for a made-up excuse. Honesty is always the best policy. Next, the sure buyer. Similar to the decisive type, the sure buyer actually already has their mind made up. They're on a mission to be in and out of your store in record time. And to be fair, most of us are pretty busy. It's important that your customers know coming to your store doesn't always have to take a large chunk of time if they don't have it. Just stay out of their way as much as possible. If they have brief questions, offer short, straightforward answers. don't bother trying to sell anything else to them. You can also change your checkout system. It might be smart to get a few backup registers, particularly point-of-sale tablets that are compatible with your POS system. And make sure all staff is trained on your system so that anyone can help out if there's a long line. Offering online purchases but in-store pickup is another great way to appease these rushed shoppers. This also keeps lines shorter for all your other shoppers who appreciate it even if they're not in such a rush. On the not so fun side, but one we have to address, is the angry demander. Let's face it, this is the only type of customer that can be truly difficult, but they do exist. Valid complaints are easy to deal with. You just take care of the problem whatever way you see fit and the customer is satisfied. But there will be the irrational shopper who is looking for reasons to be upset. While it may be tempting to handle it otherwise, it's important to be understanding, listen well, and stay calm. Try your best not to show any emotion at all, as hard as that might be. Ask them what they think would be a fair solution. Offer the best solution you see fit. Don't feel obligated to go above and beyond. This type of consumer is often looking to force deals or even trying to steal from you. Now, on a brighter note, 8th, the regular. Your regulars brighten every day. They're what makes your retail store successful. Find ways to spoil them and show them how much you appreciate their business and loyalty. Offering a generous loyalty program is a great way to reward regular shoppers. It incentivizes frequent returns. You can also host invite-only store events. This is easy for wine and bookstores, bakeries and coffee shops, or even boutique retailers. Even giving away small items or discounts can be worth it. Gifts are a great way of making your regulars feel special without taking away a portion of a sale that would have been made anyway. And using this policy towards your new customers too can make new regulars for your store. So what does your store attract the most of? Do you have a large regular base, or are you more of a quick in and out destination? For different retail niches, one of these types might be more common. It's important to identify which you're most likely to see and how you might increase sales by appealing to them in a better way. It might mean a different avenue for your marketing, more staff training, or a redesign of your store. Either way, it's always important to stay active in improving your store in every way possible. Thanks for checking us out here at Corona, and for more retail advice, subscribe to our blogging channel. Thanks for watching.